welcome back to Whitetail Garage. This week's video, we are not going to work on the convertible. We're going to work on the 90. So I haven't done the rear control arms on the 90. The tires are still rubbing, so we're going to pull that guy in. I got to get Yolanda and Rita out. Got to get all this parking situation figured out and get the 90 in the garage, and then we'll get some work done. If you remember, the tires are grabbing. My fenders are rolled just slightly, rolled with a bat. They're not rolled with the tool correctly. And with this paint, I really hate to heat it and finish the roll. So all I need to do is get it up just a little bit. It just grabs just a tiny bit. So I want to get it up off of that. And so to do that, we are going with Maximum Motorsport adjustable spring perch control arms. So we're going to put these in. Also went ahead and got the double adjustable uppers. Got some new, what do they call them? Spring isolators. Got some new spring isolators to put on here as well. Going to insulate my fuel line with that because it's kind of close to the exhaust. But again, it was rubbing just a little bit, so shouldn't be too major of an adjustment. Those are the bigger tires. These are the 275 60R15s. And the other thing is these are Southside lift bars still on this car, so I've got to cut those out. I think they are welded to the housing if I remember correctly, but we'll see that here in just a minute. Alright, so update. Had to take the mufflers out to get those bolts out. Haven't fiddled with this stuff in a while. But yeah, that little guy, don't worry about that little guy. So lowers are off of the housing, but we still got to cut these. So we're getting the lowers and the mufflers and everything out of the way so we can make it easy to cut the back side of this where it was welded so these south sides wouldn't come undone. So time to cut. So getting the uppers off my counterpart here. Did a great job of cutting off the welds and grinding them down, and then I did a little rebuild on the rear end, and we are getting the uppers out now. The big concern at this point is the upper bushings. I've got spherical upper bushings to put in. I've kept them in the freezer overnight, so they're nice and small. We're going to bang out the old ones and hopefully slide the new ones right in. Might put a little heat on the housing just so we can slide them right in. We'll see. They're always a pain in the but we'll see what happens. Alright. Those are brand new. You know what? We have to take that grinder to the top of at least this tailpipe, if not the other one as well. Okay, update. I've got the lowers just sitting in here, so that way we can bang that guy out. It is now soaking in some lubricating oil. So they're just sitting in here, you know, just sitting in there. We're going to bang those guys out. Then we're going to put in the new uppers and the new upper spherical bushings. And then wrap this guy up. We have gotten everything back in, set the pinion angle, and are just rehanging the exhaust. Then we're going to throw the tires on it, adjust the ride height, and then make sure that's good. And then we'll do a test hit. So catch up with you in a minute. All right, well, we've basically gotten the whole thing done, but the suspension's bound. I can't get it to relax. So that's the ride height right now, which is obviously not going to work. So we're going to work backwards and see how we got something in a bind, and go from there, because it's sitting, so it's sitting, the jack stands are on the housing, and we've got no suspension. So we're going to work backwards and see what we did wrong and go from there. All right, next morning, and we figured out the issue. Well, I mean, I don't understand the issue, but we understand. I don't understand why it's happening, but we figured out how to keep it from happening. So putting the car all the way on the ground, it's set in where it was supposed to sit in, but the car up on jack stands with the suspension settled, and then jacking it up and putting it on the axle housing didn't relax the suspension. Made it really stiff. Anyways, we figured it out. So we fiddled with it a bunch last night, loosening things up, trying to figure out what was in a bind. Wasn't worth filming or you guys watching, but what is, you know, pretty obvious normal stuff, we're struggling with. But now we've got it figured out, so we're gonna go back together with it. We'll be doing a test drive today.
Suicidal squirrel.
It smells burnt. Like it's burning big time.
It's not super hot. It's just, you're still smelling the
header wrap?
Yeah, the header wrap. It hasn't really gone through a good heat cycle.
Were you doing that?
I was trying to keep it running.
Oh. See, it's only after you really stretch it out.
Well, it doesn't seem to want to idle right. So, I don't know if it's got a problem with the tune or maybe I just messed something up. Put a couple of hits on it, we'll see. Get it back to the garage and fiddle with it. Alright, back from the test drive. It started idling correct by the time we made it back home. I'm not sure what that is yet. You know, I don't know if that tune's just not great at recovering after boost like that. I don't really know. I'm just gonna have to keep driving it, fiddling with it, and see what it does. That whistle that's coming from the throttle body, my gosh, that is annoying. I imagine it's super annoying on the video. It's really annoying in person. So very, very soon I'm gonna get the AccuFab throttle body to replace the BBK that's on there, and that should eliminate that whistle. Still have a little bit of rub in the rear, so you can see we've popped it up quite a bit, and only when the body rolls on a turn at speeds it'll rub a tiny bit. So I really need to just roll those fenders, and that would really absolutely fix it. So I may go ahead and just order the tool and go light and roll them lightly. I don't want to crack the paint. It does need a lot of paint and body work, so I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world if it did crack. Got several other things to do on this car and on the 66, so plenty more videos coming as I figure all those things out. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, throw me a comment down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.